Good afternoon, YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about work pants. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some Dickies. Dickies have been around for a really long time, and if you are in a trade of some sort or have a physical job, even like of course like nursing, they make nursing clothes and scrubs. Dickies is kind of like it's a fantastic company. Now, give you my kind of backstory. I've had different jobs over the years. I've had jobs where I had to wear a very formal uniform. I've had jobs where I'll give you one of them. I used to be a chef at one point, and we had the kind of the houndstooth pants and the chef jacket. We're going back a really long time here, but I still love, I always like a uniform. I think the idea in a uniform, I always like the idea, at least the ones that I've worn, were somewhat fitted to your body, right? And so I always appreciate looking your best. And I think that depending on, your employer, my employer does give me an allowance, but unfortunately, the allowance they give you is with a specific company and not Amazon. And so you're kind of subject to buying what they have and how that fits. Now, full disclosure here, you guys have heard me say it before and joke about it when I've done like leather jacket reviews and pants reviews and jeans. I got no butt, and everybody's build is different, right? So what may look great on one dude is not going to look great on another. I will state that if you are, some dudes, if you look at, for instance, like, a lot of the mafia guys, like in the mafia movies, most of us have grown to love, Pacino and those guys, a lot of the guys you see in mob movies, some of them can be quite overweight, and they're wearing a suit and they look fantastic, right? So that kind of stresses how important it is to get clothing that properly fits you. Now, ultimately, how you wear clothing, when you look in the mirror and you say, hey, I like the way I look, that's all that matters. It's not really about, leaning on other people and saying, hey, what do you think looks good? And I think that's kind of a problem with society. You see men's grooming channels all over YouTube where they're worried about what other people are going to think. There's women out there critiquing men and saying if you're wearing this or you're wearing that, that's a turnoff. Remember, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and all that really matters when you leave the house is that you look presentable, but presentable is what you think presentable is. If you want to roll out of bed and kind of start your day, my opinions of presentable are going to be different than yours, but ultimately do what makes you happy. Now, for me personally, no matter what job I've ever had, I've always wanted my clothes to fit a certain way. Now, styles have changed. When I was younger, I used to wear things a little bit baggier, back in more of the 90s and stuff, but now I prefer my clothes fitted. And so one thing, I'll just cut right to the chase, one thing I don't like about my employer is that, again, they use a specific website for their clothing. And I've tried several different pairs of pants. And one thing I'm not a fan of is cargo pants. Very rarely do I look at cargo pants to say that they look neat. There's just a sloppiness with cargo pants. Now, I have seen some guys who are well put together and wearing like tactical BDUs, stuff like that. They can look good. Police officers tend to look pretty decent, but again, it depends on a person's body type. So with the cargo pants my employer offers, they have Wrangler rigs, which is the only pair that they have that is not the cargo version that fits me decent. And remember, everybody's body's different. So I'm a huge fan. And if you're not subscribed to Amazon Prime, I'm going to put the link in the description. And if you are a Prime subscriber, not only do you get the Prime videos, you get the the Prime free shipping on a lot of things, better deals, that kind of stuff. I'm not super familiar with everything that you do get. One thing I really like is the Prime Try Before You Buy. And what's really nice, and since Amazon's been changing their return policy in the last couple months, before they would just give you a label, slap it on. Now it really depends on the seller. It depends on where you're taking it. For me, it was very convenient just to drive down to the UPS mailbox and drop things off. Now they're charging you shipping for even if you have something legitimately wrong with the item. So when it comes to clothing and not knowing how things are going to fit, Amazon Try Before You Buy is great. You select what you want. Not everything is available on Try Before You Buy, but a lot of things are, and generally things are stocked by Amazon. If they have it in their warehouse, you can do the Try Before You Buy, and it's great. You order it, doesn't charge you anything at all. When you get it, your 7 days starts. You try it, make sure it fits you. What you want to keep, you keep. Then they charge you. What you don't, send back. You never have a bill. I use this all the time, and one thing I've been using this lately on is work clothes. Again, what I find annoying about a lot of trade uniforms and trade pants is that they always fit super baggy. Now, I get it, you want room to move, but I think you can find the balance between having something look neat and sharp and well put together and sloppy. And for instance, I can't stand Carhartts. Carhartt is an amazing brand. They're super durable. My buddy, he would wear the double ducks, and he's like really skinny, you know, it looked decent on him. And to the point where before I even needed work clothing, I'd say I need to get a pair of those just for like working around the house stuff. And they looked really neat on him. For me, I put those on in order for me to get the size for my waist. It's way too much material. And the problem is a lot of times when companies make clothing, they're doing the best they can, but they make clothing, especially with Carhartts, that if you get a waistline that's, for instance, in jeans, I wear like 29, 30s. If you go and jump me into Carhartt brands, I'm more like 34. If you go with Wrangler, some of the Wranglers, I'm like a 30. Other Wranglers, I'm like a 34 as well. So with Carhartt, I chose a double duck. I got into the 33s, which were comfortable. But even with the 33s, there is so much material. Now, I'm not a really tall guy. I'm 5'8". So naturally, sometimes these clothes, you can't always find the right length. 30 is what I normally wear, and again, I mention this information because so you guys have an idea of how, if you are going to order some of this clothing, how it might work on you. And that's the great thing about Amazon Try Before You Buy. You don't really need, to really kind of, really think about it too hard. You can order different sizes, try them all on, just like going to a store and a dressing room and trying on the one that fits you the best. And I think that's really the downside to ordering clothes online a lot of times. It's a hassle in order to try different sizes and then send them back. Amazon Prime makes it super easy. So links in the description. If you're not a Prime user or member already, sign up, take advantage of it. It's a great way to shop. So today we're gonna be talking about Dickies, Carhartts. I'm done with them. I can't find a pair of pants that fit me nice. I look like I'm wearing, like the clothing out of the 90s. And again, if that works for you, nothing wrong with that for me. I like things to look fitted. I'm more of a straight leg kind of guy. And so Dickies really is the answer for me. So let me share with you guys today a couple different pairs I have on right now. This is the Dickies. These are 32 30s. And these are their double knees. So they're twill pants. They're, I believe, 60, and don't quote me exactly on the composition. They're about 35% cotton. They do have the double knee, and they do have a cell phone pocket. What I like about these is that you have a nice straight-legged look. You don't have any kind of tapering going down. You don't have a lot of extra material in the thigh. And if you're a guy with a build like mine, I have most of my weight on my upper body. Now, I do work out, and there are bigger guys at 170, I'd say 5 or 6 pounds today. Unfortunately, I do have, I'm not a six-pack ab guy. I do have some fat around my midsection. And so, for me, a 32 in these fits me great. Now, these I found with every jean, pants, whatever you get, I do find over time they kind of stretch as you wear them. So this has, I could probably downsize if they had 31, but I just don't want them to shrink at all, and I don't think they will, being that they have such a high composition of polyester. But 32 is perfect. The great thing about these, if you were to get a 32 in a Carhartt, you're going to have so much material back in the thigh. And if you go on Amazon or, most companies with cargo pants, you have so much extra material. And if you start getting involved, if you're in your 20s or you're in really great shape and you have a real 29-inch waist or a 28-inch waist, those pants probably look a lot better on you than they do me. I found they just looked super baggy and looked like I was wearing a pair of pants that didn't fit. Again, I like to look like I'm presentable and look like my clothing fits me. So if you have kind of a comparable build, and mainly no butt. I have really a very small behind. And so this is the same problem I have with a lot of jeans. You have so much extra material. Generally, it's like they make jeans and clothing a lot of times for like, young teenagers and guys in their early 20s who, haven't really, spent years drinking beer and eating, putting on fat, right? And so the downside to a lot of jeans, especially if you have no butt, is you have all this extra material in a really long crotch. What I like about the Dickies is that they're designed to kind of be worn below the waist, and they don't have a lot of extra material. So it's nice and tight in the crotch, and it fits really well, at least for my body. Again, these ones here are the relaxed fit. I would have preferred a slim fit, but they don't make these in a slim fit. I do have a pair of slim fit pants I'm going to show you. But this is the relaxed fit. And again, you can see not a lot of material. They fit really nice. They fit in the behind, which is great, so I don't look like I'm wearing a diaper. And, the quality, will be yet to be determined on how long they last. But I can tell you, this pair right here, this is their standard original. I don't remember the exact model number. This is a slim fit. I had a pair of these back in 1995 in the charcoal, which they still make, and they were my go-to. I wore them for like 4 years, and of course they start to fade, they start to wear a little bit, but they just keep going and going. So the material's really quite durable. Not quite as durable as I'd say with like your Carhartt, like your Double Ducks, that really rough, thick material. But you know, I'm going to put these to the test, and of course I'll come back and review these at a later date. But for today, I just wanted to show you how they look. Again, you have that double knee. I like the fact they got the Dickies logo down in the knee. Kind of, I don't know, kind of breaks it up a little bit. Kind of a different location for pants. You have that cell phone pocket on the back with another Dickies logo. But again, overall, the main reason I like them is just the straight leg and how well they fit. Now, if you're a guy that does have a derriere, right? You know, you can still wear these. I think these are going to be pretty adaptable for most people. I really feel like these are the kind of jeans or pants that are really kind of geared more towards men. Now, that doesn't mean ladies can't wear them, but I think that if you had a larger behind and a smaller waist, these might not be as comfortable. But again, it's up. That's why the great thing with the Amazon Prime, you can order it, try it on, see how it fits. But if you're a guy who struggles like I do with finding pants that look decent, and again, it's across the board. It's dress slacks, it's you know, it's jeans. It's whenever I'm buying pants, it's just a pain in the behind. I've said it before in my other reviews I've done on like Rock Revival jeans. I like them because they have a very don't make fun of me, a very smaller crotch area, and so they kind of come up high on the crotch, and it just doesn't look like you're wearing like a diaper or you shit your pants or something. I'm just, you know, I mean, it's not that extreme, but I just like the way these fit. So without further ado, I'm going to try on another pair and show you another color. This is a slim fit variation. Now, you don't have the cell phone pocket, you don't have the double knee, but essentially the same pair of pants. What I like more about these, and these are probably going to be my go-tos, I wanted to try the double knee just to see how, you know, how long they last. But I'll tell you that these fit me a little bit better. This is, again, a less material. This is a slim fit. For me, again, a guy who doesn't have much of a butt, not a super skinny, ripped waistline, and again, not tall. These absolutely, I think, are kind of my go-to. These fit exactly like they did when I was in my early 20s, actually late teens. You know, when I was 163 pounds. Not much of a difference between now, but you know, 175, 172. These pants just fit my body type perfectly. So again, not to kind of beat a horse dead here, and I do apologize, like, kind of rambling a little bit because I kind of bit my tongue here, and it's kind of painful to talk. But I wanted to put this video up and just kind of share these pants for, you know, really informal for anybody looking for work pants or some kind of durable slacks. Now, I'll tell you that these, honestly, are kind of like dual purpose. I mean, I would honestly, you could dress these up depending on which color you go with. If you were to go like the charcoal or, you know, the white, that's more of like, I don't know, you know, they make the painter's versions for white and more of like a neutral color. But when I put these on, I almost feel like I'm wearing dress slacks. The difference is that they're a much thicker material and they just feel a lot more durable. They kind of feel almost like military dress pants, to be honest with you. So these are definitely a go-to, and I wish they made the double knee variation and the cargo version, which I did keep one pair of the cargo pants just to have, and I'll show you what those look like. I wish they made them in slim fit. The downside to a lot of these companies is that they make different, like, again, the double knee, they make them in the navy and the black, and I haven't been able to find them in the cream color. They probably make them, I'm probably just not finding them. These ones are the ones you're going to get most of the colors that they make, which is going to be that charcoal, the black, the navy blue, and of course, this is like khaki. So, but you can see, if you're looking for an even tighter fit, these are great. Nice and high in the crotch. Again, it doesn't look like you have the saggy behind. Just a nice fitting pair of work pants. So let me show you the cargo versions. This is a, I believe these are a slim fit. Let me pop off this tag here. Kind of forget if these are the slim fit or the, yep, these are slim fit as well in the cargo variation. So in essence, these are going to be exactly like the straight leg originals. Just you're going to have the addition of a cargo pockets on the side and a cell phone pocket. You know, I wanted to have one of each. These are the best pair of cargo pants that I've ever put on. They fit great. Again, exact same fit in the crotch area. Waistline, I will note that there is a little bit of a difference in the way that the 32s, and I would assume any size you get, fit in the waist based on color. So the black versions of the double knee variation, the navy blue, which I'm not going to show you because on camera it looks exactly like the black, but the navy blue is just a little bit tighter in the waist. Again, not enough where it's uncomfortable, but just kind of notate that if you are getting involved in a size in the cargos or the standard variation, and you're really kind of forcing yourself into them, if you are, it might be a little too much for the navy blue. It's a slight difference, but it is noticeable. The other thing to notate is that the cargo variation has a button fly, and the standard double knee straight leg versions have more of that kind of, it's like a kind of slide buckle, which is extremely durable. I mean, like I said, I wore those original Dickies way back in the day for years and years, and they just stood the test of time. So, but you can see, great looking pair of pants. You know, not too formal, not informal, but again, they just fit really nice. And if you are a guy who struggles with getting pants or dress slacks to actually fit you in the behind because you have no ass, I would definitely give Dickies a look, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So that's it, folks. Really informal. Just wanted to share this with you. Let me know if you have any questions. I put this video up because my Wrangler jeans video was helpful to so many men out there. Thousands and thousands of views. Because there is that, you know, there is that discrepancy with different brands and different sizes. And of course, you know, even within brands, like there are some Wrangler jeans that you get that you'll wear 34, but then if you get a different version, you'll have to jump down to like a 30 or 29. So Dickies so far has been very consistent in the way they fit. I'm really pleasantly surprised. If you are a younger dude, and I shouldn't say just younger dude, but if you are a guy who likes more of the skinny, real taper leg look, they do have a double knee variation of those as well. Not really my style, but a lot of folks out there, you know, might really appreciate that. So I don't know too many companies making those. So definitely check them out. Let me know if I can help you in any way. I wish I could thank Dickies for a collaboration, but I bought these with my own money. So we'll see how they hold up. I think they'll hold up really well. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day and take care.